Here is a list of some of the dumb things Trump has done this week. Well, last week. First, he decided that the Justice Department should pay him $230 million for what he perceived as unjustified prosecution while he was a regular citizen. Second, he has begun to demolish the White House to make way for his 900 plus people ballroom after promising that no portion of the historic structure will be touched. But I speculate the reason why he is doing this is because he realized if his 900 plus people ballroom were to stand as a separate structure, the incoming administration will tear it down. But if you make it part of the White House, he has a better chance of it remaining in place indefinitely. And the now postponed meeting or cancelled meeting between President Trump and Putin was scheduled to take place in Budapest. A reporter asked Caroline Levitt, the White House press secretary, who chose Budapest for this proposed meeting. Caroline Levitt responded by saying, "Your mama." This indicates that Caroline Levitt and the Trump administration does not understand the historic nature of choosing Budapest. After the breakup of the Soviet Union, Ukraine had about 5 to 600 nuclear weapons. To disarm Ukraine, NATO, Russia, and the US met in Budapest to promise Ukraine if they were to give up their nuclear weapons, Russia will not interfere with them, and the United States and NATO guaranteed protection for Ukraine. I can guarantee you it was Putin, being familiar with history, who suggested Budapest, and the ignorance of Donald Trump and his administration gladly agreed to it. And finally, public institutions derive their power from people believing that such institutions will honor the social contract between themselves and its citizens. The moment people in a society believe that those institutions are no longer honoring the public contract, those institutions lose their power. It is why the approval rating for Congress, the Supreme Court, and the White House is the lowest it has ever been historically. Realizing this is an issue, a judge in a dissent in her last two lines wrote that she realizes that people are losing confidence in the system and losing hope in the system, and she begged us as citizens to hold on a bit longer. Someone ought to tell this to the Trump administration on the Supreme Court. Your name or your position is not what gives you your power. It is people believing that you will honor the fundamental social contract between you and us.